Hey guys, Adrian here for the Digital Dojos, and you guys voted on my main channel over at youtube.com/LakerCoolMan and requested that we review the PogoPlug. So what exactly is a PogoPlug? Now this is a product I've had for a while, and I haven't really gotten a chance to review it till this video, obviously. So the PogoPlug is, in a sense, Cloud Engine, the people who make it, describe it as a personal cloud, and that's exactly what it is. This allows you to take your media, your content, your hard drives, your thumb drives, and make your own little personal cloud. Now, when they refer to the cloud as an internet or a place in the internet to access your data anywhere. You can be at home, you can be on the go, you can be at the office. It's a place basically the cloud is the internet where you can access your data from any computer, anywhere that you have internet access, essentially. And that's exactly what the PogoPlug allows you to do. So it has a unique design here, so I wanted to just show you guys the hardware here. So this is the hardware, and you can see on the back, I'm going to start going through so you guys can see everything here. It has you have your 3 USB ports right here in the back. These are USB 2.0s. You have a gigabit Ethernet below that for you to connect to your router, and below that you have your power cord. You also have this kind of cable management system where you can kind of put the cable through here to hold the cables. And you can see it's kind of like a spring or a unique design, as you have this clear plastic-like material. You also have this indicator light in the front along with another USB port for thumb drives or anything else. And usually you'll see this in pink or gray. My model's in gray. Usually most PogoPlugs I've seen there on the internet and reviews are in pink. That's the version 2. This is the PogoPlug version 2, not the Pro edition. Now you do have to make a distinct difference. Now there's a PogoPlug version 2. They have a PogoPlug Pro, and that's it's black, and you'll see that it has a little bit more features in terms of software. Now, if you get the PogoPlug without the premium license code, I had some issues with this before I recorded this review. When you register your PogoPlug, you're supposed to get a code of your license, a premium license code. Now, usually the PogoPlug, a lot of people say it's a one-time payment. It's $100 standard. You can get it for around $60 now, I believe. It was $100 when it came out. I got mine for $49 when it was on sale. And one thing that I had issues with getting was the premium license code, which is supposed to be emailed, which allows you to do certain features like stream media to your Xbox 360 and or access movies on the iPhone. But we'll talk a little bit about we'll talk about that later on. So for the most part, all the main features, the basic features, and the ability to stream your content and stuff is free. You just need to buy the PogoPlug itself and have your own hard drives. So this is the PogoPlug. We're going to go ahead and go into its quick setup because they guarantee about a quick 60-second setup. And I'm going to show you a little bit about what that's about. Alright, so setting up the PogoPlug is rather easy. First thing you want to do is plug in your power cable that it comes with. It's a white power cable, so you just plug this in at the bottom here. Next, you want to plug in the Ethernet cable from your router to the PogoPlug. Now, they don't support Wi-Fi as of currently, but there is a Wi-Fi adapter sold by the guys at Cloud Engine that you can use for the PogoPlug. But essentially, you probably want to use a wired connection as it's more stable, and you want to be transferring data at the the top speeds and have it to be reliable. Knowing that your Wi-Fi won't go out or anything like that. Next, you obviously want to plug in a hard drive or some sort of media. So I'm going to be plugging in my Western Digital 2TB external hard drive here. I'm going to kind of keep it off frame here. Essentially all you're worried about is this USB cable. This just has to go in right here in the back of the PogoPlug or anywhere in the USB ports available. And for this instance, I'm also going to be plugging in a USB thumb drive that I have here in the front. So tech specs wise, if you're interested, the PogoPlug is running a version of Linux inside. So you Linux heads out there, this is running, you can SSH into it if you are interested in that, do some command line stuff. Anyways, this is the quick setup. Now basically you just want to register your PogoPlug software on your Windows and or Mac and or Linux machine. After you register, you probably want to download the desktop software so that you can access it via the desktop, or you can access it through the web interface. So we're going to go ahead and open that up now and switch over to the desktop. Alright, so one of the ways you can access it is obviously the web interface. Now, anywhere you have internet connection, you can access this, this PogoPlug control panel, per se. Now, you can also install the PogoPlug desktop software on multiple machines. So if you have like Macs and PCs within the house, you can install it on multiple machines. That way, you can not only share your files, have all those what do you call that, files from different computers all in one location on this PogoPlug, so that anytime, let's say, like you have a document that you're working on at home and you left it at your house, and that you what do you call that, let's say you go to the office and you really need that document. Well, you can access it if your PogoPlug's left on. You can go on to the web interface and get that document from that computer, so as long as your internet connection's on and your computer is on. So for example here, I added one of my computers to this PogoPlug network. I installed the software and I specifically chose 5 folders for it to share. So for example here, it's sharing my music, my pictures, and for example I can click on, let's see, I can click on my videos here, and I can go to Logitech webcam, and you can see I have a couple videos here, so I'll just click a random video. And okay, sorry, this is one of the ones you need the premium software. This is again what I was talking about. You need a premium software to view some of these, or to get some access to some of these features. Now you can still transfer these files and copy these files without the premium features. You just can't preview it. Now for pictures and stuff, it should be fine. So if I go back to here and I go to pictures, let's see here, I go to test.png here. You can see this picture of my desktop that I have stored on my computer. It can be accessed from anywhere. Same for Word documents, stuff like that. Now along with that, you can see in the left side panel here, I have access to my thumb drive. It shows the data right there. And again, this can be up to 4 devices, and it can be up to like 4 or 5 computers, depending on how many computers you set up. Now it also shows my Western Digital MyBook here. So if I'm at the office, I can essentially have access to my pictures, my movies, my documents, all of that stuff from my office in a remote location, so as long again that I have internet access. So most of this stuff here is my parents' stuff. So I don't want to click anything that I backed up from them, but I think I have some pictures here from the family. So yeah, so here's a festival I recently went to here in Japan with some family and some friends, and you can see here I have all access to these pictures, again, that are to be stored on the external hard drive here, and it's accessing them like they're local. So you can see here I can click the picture here, and I can see a full screen image of it. I can also publish it to Facebook and share it to multiple networks, so I can share this folder and or image specifically. Now along with that, I can view it in a slideshow and do all of that jazz. So this is really, really easy to access it. Along with that, if you have the app installed and you go into my computer here, you should see, so I'm going to go into my computer, and what you'll see here in my computer is you'll see the PogoPlug show up as an actual hard drive. So you can see everything that you're seeing in this web interface within the Windows Explorer interface, and it acts as if it was locally attached to the PC. So I can do the same thing. I can go into here, and again, you don't even notice that it's all doing this over the network. This external hard drive isn't physically attached to my PC. It's doing this all over internet connection here. Now along with that, you can go into the media folder, and I'll show you all the media. I'm gonna just cancel that, so it doesn't show too much stuff here. But you'll get your content organized into photos, movies, music, and slideshows. You can also enable sharing, share files, printer sharing, so you can attach printers to the PogoPlug that are supported, and it will also share those, so you can do kind of a printer sharing. So I'm gonna go ahead and click that, so you can configure printers here. And of course, you can also do something they call active copy, which is a backup. Active copy can automatically copy photos, videos, music, and other files from one folder to another. And basically, anytime you're making a change to an existing file, it automatically copies that as well. Kind of like a time machine type deal, but it does it all within the PogoPlug. So you can so I can say new active copy here, and I can choose anything selected. I can choose a PogoPlug. I can choose PCs. So I can choose almost any source here. And I can choose from the PogoPlug. I can choose the external hard drives, pen drive, and have it set up to automatically sync from a certain folder with active copy. So I'm just gonna say yes. Don't make any changes here. And last but not least, you also have your help center. So this is the web interface, really easy to navigate around, easy to set up, and it shows pretty much everything you have plugged into your PogoPlug. And it's really fast and easy to access. I showed you the web interface, I showed you the Windows Explorer interface, so we're going to quickly take a look at the iPhone interface. It's about the same as it would be on the iPad, so I'm just going to show the iPhone interface just to be a little bit more simpler. Alright, here we are, guys, looking at the PogoPlug app for the iPhone, and it's about the same thing as the iPad here. It looks exactly the same as the web interface. Basically, you have your music, your photos, your movies, general files, sharing, printer, and settings here. So settings is about the same. You can save the login and or rebuild the index. That's for like when you add new hard drives or something like that that has music. you probably want to rebuild the index. So this is useful for carrying around MP3s and stuff like that. Let's say you have a song, you download a song, it's on your computer, which is attached to your PogoPlug and/or external hard drive, and you don't necessarily have it synced to the iPhone. So what you can do here is, whoa, okay. So what you can do here is click on music, obviously, and you can play it. So I'm not gonna play one of these tracks here, essentially, or maybe. No, I shouldn't really play one of these because just in case it has music in it, I don't want to get any copyright. But basically, this is what the player looks like. Very similar to the iPod player, so no issues in terms of user interface or anything like that. Photos, I'm gonna let it load the photos. It's about the same here. Generally, it's just what you saw on the web interface. You'll have access to all your photos and/or movies. You can stream movies with the premium. If you have the premium license code, then you can stream movies to your phone or anything like that. So I'm just gonna let this load here. Alright, so you can see here it has loaded the photos here if it comes into focus, and you can see it sorts them out by not only year but also by month. Sorry, I'm trying to let it focus on the phone here. So you can see here it will load them by year and by month. So I can go into let's say April here and let those load. And again, this is pulling it off of all the pen drives, external hard drives, etc., and/or computers that are attached via the PogoPlug software. So in this instance, we only have two pictures. We have a wallpaper and we have a logo. So I'm going to click on the appetizer logo here, and you can see that I have an image of the appetizer logo. I can play it. I can also go to the next one if there's multiple ones. I can also click this multiple one, and if I have a printer enabled for Wi-Fi printing or anything sharing, I can print it to a printer, or I can save it to my camera roll. So let's say I needed a picture on my iPhone for whatever reason. Maybe I needed a wallpaper that I left on my desktop. I can save it to my camera roll. I can also open it in specific applications, and I can also share it out via, again, email if needed to. So awesome stuff here, guys. Again, this is very similar on the iPad app. Mobile way to access your PogoPlug data and or needs. Again, guys, this is a personal storage here, and with that, we're gonna go with our final thoughts of the PogoPlug. So stay tuned. Okay, so final thoughts on the PogoPlug. Again, a recap: it is a great personal storage device. If you've ever wanted your personal Okay, so a recap on the PogoPlug. It is a great device, guys. It is small, it has a great design, and if you've ever wanted your own personal sort of cloud, it's a very unique device in terms of its category. It allows you to take external hard drives and essentially change them into NAS or network attached storages. Allows you to do the same with thumb drives. It also allows you to do, or allows you to access this content again, since it's cloud data, from any computer that has internet access virtually anywhere around the world, using your iPhone over 3G or Wi-Fi, using your iPad over 3G or Wi-Fi with their PogoPlug app. Also, they have a desktop software app that allows you to access the PogoPlug as if it was a native drive under my computer. So it does a lot of great things. And again, the design overall is great. It is a cheap, or I guess essentially it's about a cheap device, for what it does, rather than you buying a NAS drive. You can turn your existing drives into NAS drives. So you're going to save money in the long run. I think now you can get it for around $60 to $90. Again, if you're lucky, I got mine for $49. There's multiple versions out there, so you want to get the version that suits you. But out of a 10 rating, I'm definitely going to give this one an 8.5 out of 10. There was some issues essentially setting up with me with the premium license codes. I had some issues with that. I had to contact support. The PogoPlug app did have to tend to have some connection dropouts and stuff like that. It had some bugs. But for the most part, other than that, the hardware worked great. It detected everything when I plugged it in. The web interface worked flawlessly. And so far I'm just waiting on support to get that premium license code deal sorted out. But for the most part, again, this is a really great device. I am going to recommend it if you are looking for a way to turn your external drives into NAS storages, and or just have a all-in-one device to have your data stored up on the cloud, your own personal cloud essentially. Anyways, guys, this is Adrian here for the Digital Dojos for a full review, full thoughts, along with pictures, etc., and more details. You're going to go in the video description below and head over to my blog, which is digitaldojos.com, for the more full review of this Pogo plug. So guys, also of course with more content, you can follow me at twitter.com/kidguru. You can head over to digitaldojos.com, of course, and of course head over to youtube.com/LakerCoolman to vote for next week's featured review product. So I'm gonna do another video showing off 3 or 4 products, and you guys, the viewers, get to choose what I get to review. So guys, for the Digital Dojos, this is Adrian here signing out.